baby's home. Cairo, Cairo is my baby's home. One bad Cairo night won't be long. Women in Cairo, they will treat you kind and sweet. Women in Cairo, they will treat you kind and sweet. Catch you around and take you off your feet. Shoot you, knock you, teach you and cut you too. Shoot you and knock you, teach you and cut you too. They get through the graveyard, then for you. Women in Cairo send you down to your grave.
All right. Can you guys hear me? I just had some technical issues. And here we go. It says you're in. Tom and Graham are here. Great. All right. We can go. Whew. Started sweating. It's like, what's going on? Because I'm trying to watch on my other monitor here, where I'm on an iPad, and just to make sure that things are happening. but that's still dead. It's not showing any activity. Okay, doesn't matter. Great to see you guys. Hola, hola, hola from Malaga. Malaga. Right. Hello, Graham. Great to see you too. And today's live stream is going to be all about slide, guitar playing, and let me see if I'm great. I'm in tune. We tune because we care, as good old Doc Watson used to say. So how are you guys doing? What's going on? Clicking around here and to good. We're gonna do the backup as usual, standard tuning E, and finally I'm coming back to the simple blues, slow blues, 12-bar blues. So I hope you guys are ready. Mr. Dunmore, good to see you. Oh, did we show your entrance? Hello. David, great to see you. Wonderful live stream your morning today. And I was actually listening to one of your previous live streams, just, in connection to today's theme, because I'm going to be showing the melody of Amazing Grace on slide. Not with slide. That's the correct way to say it. With slide in open D tuning. So you can prepare mentally, or if you have another guitar in open D, get it ready, and we'll start with a average blues backup, and then we'll just go on and talk about today's theme, because that song, Amazing Grace, has so many layers. It is so fantastic. The melody itself, but then there are so many ways to accompany it while you're playing slide, partially, of course. And then I'll show you some arrangement solutions when it comes to open D tuning. Right, so let's go. regular blues backup. I've done some things that are a bit more complicated than just a real basic level, so I'll explain them now. So it was this that was a bit of syncopation there. So it's like when you go to the B, so I end up right, but it's like I'm hanging in there because I'm not playing this way. So that would be, and then turn around. So what I'm doing here is like I'm going, so I'm not trying to kind of keep the bass going just to make it, you know, still going. It's like I'm breaking up the bass pattern in order to do this little thing, and then I just go back to the bass again and then do the turnaround. So once again, slowly. Sorry. Well, I actually did continue playing the bass, so I'll make it slower and show you in details. So the B, I wasn't even aware that I was playing that bass. It's so kind of built into this thumb work here, which is, you know, one more proof of, you know, the things that I was explaining for you guys before, which is like keep the basses going first and make sure that you really know that shuffle pattern, and that either moving shuffle or just 1, 2, 3, 4 will get you everywhere, and it's just your really good bass to play anything else. And there was this other thing which went that part. Okay, so I'll do slowly so I don't make mistakes myself. So this is either just a copy of what Jimmy Rogers used to do, the guy who played with Muddy Waters in the 50s and 60s. Him, Muddy Waters, and Little Walter on harmonica were, you know, fantastic as a trio. So that little pattern goes like this. And it starts from here, so it's like this little hammer on. Needs to be fast. One more time. I have to do it all together. And then you go to the B again, right? So, good. That was this nice blues backup. Let me know, did you play with me? Do you usually play with me? Have any questions about any of the licks that I've played? Just let me know. Write them in the chat. By the way, in the chat, there's some food discussion going on. Patrick says, hey, David Hunt, I'm trying okra this week. So you're getting into the okra swamp. Good. David and the gang who usually comes to his live streams are discussing, you know, whether okra is something fantastic to eat or just it's not, right? And I'm on the okra side. I have to say that publicly. Norwegian Attack. Hello, Geir. Great to see you. welcome. But you missed the introductory blues backup. Yeah. Good. So let me just mute myself a little bit and I will change the guitar. Now we're getting resophonic. Good. And yeah, well, anyway, I'm still, and again, wearing this t-shirt from Ecamm Fan, which is you're on mute, but in the meaning of, you know, playing guitar, not those Zoom meetings that it was actually made for, I guess. And just to, you know, make fun of people who, you know, are on mute and start talking. Well, I've done that myself sometimes in the live stream as well, so that happens, not a big deal. But here in my live streams, I'm trying to emphasize how important it is to be aware of what we're doing and aware of possibilities of what we can do without being a, you know, professional seasoned musician who's been doing this for 30-40 years. I'm basically always talking to people who are either beginners or they're beginners in playing open tunings or slide guitar, because on my workshops I've met very often people who are seriously accomplished guitar players within other genres of music, like, you know, electric guitar players, amazing rock electric guitar players. I've seen jazz people who are fantastic in, you know, chord voicing, soloing. It was like there was this guy who could just play I think every Joe Pass song that you can imagine, and he was really interested in analyzing the notes he was playing and everything. He was really accomplished, but he couldn't play any slide. So it's like that's my intention with this live stream is to just inspire people to start playing slide. And that's why I'm keeping everything on a fairly basic level, which I don't like to call level. I just keep it with not so many notes played, and I'm emphasizing the importance of vibrato, nice long sustained notes, and that you get your tone out of your own personality. That's very important. So, and that's why I've chosen this song, Amazing Grace, to do today, because it's an amazing melody. You can really practice a lot by just playing parts of the melody and then combining everything into one whole melody that you play from the beginning to the start to the end. All right, today's theme, and I will let you know that it's an open D tuning again, and here are your strings that you need to tune to. So the first treble string is on D, then the second string is A, then we come to F sharp, and then we come to D again, which is the same as in a standard tuning. Note A on the fifth string, which is also the same as we have in the standard tuning, but then the big bass is lowered a whole step from E to D. So we got this sound. So without holding the slide, I will just show you some of the grips that I'm going to be using. So one of them is just a pure D chord, all 6 strings open. Let me just correct my camera just a little bit to see if I can. Yeah, that's better. So I can see all 6 strings in my hand. So the forms of D chord are going to be just all 6 strings played. Then I'm going to grab the grip here, which is just little bit higher register of all these notes. And then we got this up here, 7th fret on the 1st string, 8th fret on the 3rd, play with the index and the middle finger. And I'm picking just the 6th, 3rd, and the 1st string. Then the chord 4 in open D would be chord of G, which we can grab either here, just a bit dissonant, but really good. So I'm fretting 1st fret on the 3rd string, 2nd fret on the 5th string, and play from the 5th string to the 1st. So if I want to make this chord really clean, then I will play, so I'll press the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. So that's your first form of the G chord, and then the other one is just playing all strings on the 5th fret. Or there's this nice form of G where you also select with your picking hand here to play the 6th, 3rd, and the 1st, and then you get this. And I fretted on the 5th fret with my ring finger here, on the 3rd string, and the 6th string on the 5th fret. So I guess nobody's going to go back into previous live streams and look for, you know, these shapes of chords and some nice progressions, some scales that I've already shown in OpenD. That's why I'm going to be making some recorded videos on YouTube, just like going through the chords in OpenD, chords in OpenG, the melodies and all that. So that's all planned. But one of the nice things that I'm going to be showing you, and now I'll just take away this tuning graphic, because I guess you've tuned by now. And so it's going to be this little scale that goes from open strings, 1st and the 3rd. So I'm fretting like this, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st string. But first, open strings, and then go 2 frets up, and then we play the same fret on the 5th and 7th fret, and then we go back to that form we had on the 1st and 2nd fret, but up here, you're hearing the scale, right? And then 12th fret. One more time from the beginning. So this would be the scale in the D chord in thirds. So if we just replace the 1st string with exactly the same notes, but we're going to play them on the 6th string up here. And we're still going to play the 1st and the 3rd string, but we'll add the bass. So the open 1st string was just going to be a droning note just coming with us all the way up, but it's going to sound like this instead. And the fingering is open strings, then the same 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then the 2nd fret instead of the 1st string, the 6th. So we just play the same frets, and then we got the same frets on the 5th and 7th, and then up here we got the 10th, the 9th fret, and the 8th fret here. And you will see very soon how these things kind of melt into the melody of playing the Amazing Grace. And speaking of Amazing Grace and the melody itself. So what am I going to be using? Am I going to be playing the metal slide or the glass slide? In this case, and I guess every time I will play mostly the melody of something and not fool around too much with the grips, rhythms, chord shapes, I would choose the glass because it's smoother on the strings. It's a bit lighter, so I'll be able to play a long version of a song. So let me show you how that would sound. So here's a melody. I'll play it once and then I'll show you exactly in detail how I was doing. So this will be the melody as I usually play it, and I choose to play this note of D on the 5th fret because that note I can vibrate. If I play it open, then it's going to be. Sometimes it can be okay. It's a contrast to the vibrated note, but if I play like this, I can glide to that note. I can come to it with different, emotions, different kinds of vibrato or not vibrato. I could just. So I'm coming to the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and you need to see something here, which is no, not that one. Hey, come on, there it is. My camera was on strike, sorry. So the note I'm playing is on the 5th fret, 2nd string. So what you're noticing here is that my slide is all the way down, right on top of the 5th fret and the 2nd string. I'm not up where the 3rd string is. I'm not, doing anything else. I'm just pressing the 2nd string. And if I didn't dampen the 1st string, then I would play, right? So I would pick the 1st string as well. No, but I'm dampening the 1st string here, like here with my finger, and then I'm picking with my index. So now to get the clean note, you have to have an anchor in the sound somewhere. So it's like that's my bass, that's the D, and now watch where the slide is placed. It's right on the 5th fret, not a millimeter down or up. It's right on above the 5th fret. What I'm also doing here is that I'm before I play that 1st note, which is open 2nd string, so I pick it open. The 1st string is dampened already with my ring finger here, no, the middle finger. Maybe I could play the bass. So there was this little dampening technique so that I just don't get this, which is nice in some cases, many overtones, and it's can be like a cool thing to do, but I want it really, really clean. So what I do here is, you see that overtone? I don't even play anything. It's still there. That note. So I need to dampen down here after I play that note. So when I'm gliding from the 2nd fret to the 5th, I'm dampening first. So it's like, and before I play that note, I dampen with my index finger on my picking hand. Then I place my dampening finger on the third string, second and the first. Lightly, I just touch it. And then I place the slide on the second fret. Then I pick with my right hand, my picking hand, and come to the note. So. This is how I would, practice, just being aware where the problems could arise. So I just prevent all that by playing first, then I dampen, place the slide, and pick. Since these notes are coming quite close to each other, I dampen my left fretting hand and the index finger here on the second string almost at the same time. So it's like a... Okay, now I was a little bit harsh. And in this situation, I never let the fingers leave the strings here. So they're dampened all the time. And in order to make this sound clean, I really need to be deliberate when I'm releasing the string. So I can't do like that without being careful. So I do it really fast. And this last note, I played it the same way as the first one. So after that note, I need to dampen, place the slide on the second fret, then glide to the fourth. That's your practicing routine. Then these two together. And then this is beautiful and much nicer to do than I just somehow don't like open strings when I know that I can play them fretted and slided, because that gives me choice. So this first part of the melody again. To be honest, this last note can also be played fretted. There it is. So it's the same as the open second string. So then it would sound. And this is okay. We'll come to that later because it's a. Be explaining something more about the chords and the backup, how you can do that, especially if you're playing with somebody else and you play the first melody, let's say, and then this your collaborator maybe takes the second round and you just kind of exchange nice melody lines and licks. Good. All right, David is writing something. Thanks for all of you who have followed hitchhikers around the world by liking the thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you, David. That's nice of you. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah, I'm all in this playing, so I'm not following the chat right now. All right. So let's move on. So we play this. So what did I add here? I kind of went long into that note. So you see that note is ringing, although I stopped playing it. That's the beauty of playing on the resophonic guitar, because sometimes it just surprises you with, where's that note coming from? I didn't play it, but it's resonating. I really like that. So again. So there are several ways to do this. One was this. You can also just pick once and then play the phrase like this. Just let it go. Play the open string. Or so I did another thing on the first string. This. I really need to be fast to release that string, because otherwise it's going to ring too much and it's going to be some buzz. And yeah, sometimes when you're showing stuff and you're too concentrated, sometimes you make mistakes. So it's like I'm doing my best. So let's go through the whole melody before I go into some picky details. So. So what I did here, I got that melody, that note on the 7th fret on the first string, and then I met that note with the note of A on the 5th string, because we went to the chord of A. Back. This would be something that I would apply if I maybe would play with somebody else, if somebody would be singing this. But when it comes to the melody, I've shown you in the beginning. Now we're going a bit into this, combining the melody and the backup. And that's what I told you, David, that I was listening to your version in one of your previous live streams. I kind of marked that part of that video and I really enjoy, and I thought, okay, he's playing that in F and I'm in open D, and I can easily go to F when I just press the capo, put the capo on the 3rd fret, and that's it. But I kind of wanted to see those voicings. It's difficult when you try to transpose something from piano to the guitar in open tuning, where your melody line goes up on the neck and where you would actually need a chord shape down here, and there is no other chord shape up here. So I love that kind of B minor, but I can't play it. It's a stretch, and I'm not really sure. I can really pull it off in a performance situation. And sometimes it's and then there's this. Let me see. So I mean, you're losing the melody up down there if you play the chords. But there was this other. have this beautiful chord shape. So that's, for me, in any case, it's impossible to maintain the slide melody and play those chord shapes, because it's a stretch and you don't really have anything to play with your slide. So let me show you how I would try to kind of play some backup to those notes and combine some notes that are going to be open instead of playing with slide, open strings, and then I will try to fret some chords. So let me see. Okay, so let's say that's a nice kind of B minor, and then you need to play this note with the E chord. Okay, let's analyze that. Maybe, oh yeah, okay, let's get smart here. So. Okay. It's a solution. So what I did here is I play the E chord by fretting all 6 strings, and then I place the slide on the 4th fret on the 1st string, but then I picked only 6th, 3rd, and that 1st string, and then you get this. And that note is accompanied with an open 5th string, and then open strings, this corresponds to, so we play D, G, D, but we just place. So the D chord is like all 6 strings, but when I go to G, I would only play the 5th, 3rd, and the open 1st string. So the most prominent notes are this, right? The note of F sharp, G, F sharp again. This is one of my favorite things to do. So it's like, instead of playing the chord shapes, so there are several different ways to do this. So the first one is, if I show you, so here I'm picking, let me see, okay, maybe we can do it like this. So I'm picking the 2nd string and the 3rd, first open, and then or no, this way, or so the 5th, 4th, 3rd string, and then when I release the slide, then I play 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So it's a, playing this. But it sounds cooler with slide, because I can vibrate it nicely. So let me see where I can put in some more variations. So That's it. So this is not so difficult when it comes to playing technique if you practice on vibrato itself. It's like that you have this kind of nice glide with the slide to the chord you need, and then you vibrate it when you get there, like a. So I'm picking the 5th, 4th, and the 3rd string. You get this nice thick chord, and then I back off kind of 1 fret to the 4th fret, and then I release it very lightly, and then play 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So it's a lot of grips there, like a 5, 4, 3, and 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, and 4, 3, 2. So it's that. So. So I'm trying to hide that. It's not that chord that's important. It's a. See, I just kind of go. So I go back to the 5th fret, and then. This is all something that I'm trying to kind of print into everybody's head. It's like you have to be aware which strings are you're picking with your right hand. That control needs to be 300%, because that's going to keep you from. Okay, nothing's going to keep us from playing wrong notes sometimes, and we make mistakes. But it's going to just make it so much more deliberate, and your voicings are going to be much more interesting. Like if I want to finish the phrase, right? So that's something that I really love to use, because I think it's adding so much nice emotion to the song. Because remember the lyrics, Amazing Grace, you know what it's all about. So it's kind of, I use this kind of simple scale, but I want to. So, right, so this was a variation of the melody. So I jump on the 7th fret on the 1st string. So. So watch what I was doing here. So I come from the 5th to the 4th fret. Just pick once. Slowly. something else. Right. And so I'm kind of trying to do too much at the same time, and but basically the variations of the melodies can come when you're really sure, you know, where the basics are and where your melody lies. Then you can explore the rest of the things. Now the reason why this sounds like that is because first of all, I'm a seasoned player, of course, but I also make sure that I pick the string, the first string, strong enough so that I can play 4 notes in a row while kind of gliding down to those. So somewhere when I was explaining the basics of slide, and especially when we were talking about both open D, open G, I've showed you just the basics of the scales when you come to these open tunings, but then you can always vary that scale and play it in different ways. So if you get stuck with the melody sometimes and you just want to do something else, go back to the basic scales and play them maybe like this. So I kind of glide to every note. That's first way. The second way will be. And then you can also go backwards. And then you can combine. Okay. So this technique is something that I don't know. I think I've learned it from my old folk music. When you have these, it's a folk music from Balkans, which is totally a crazy combination of many different, you know, nationalities living there. So it's like a lot of that is coming from the vocal groups, from melodies that were sung, right? So it's like a. Just, oh, back to Amazing Grace, right? So this one is like a. So this needs to go fast. So goes from the 4th fret to the 2nd. So it's one pick with my index finger. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna rush up to the 5th fret. And before I come there, I need to dampen it so that I can meet the note, which is going to be. One more time. No, the first one was just clean. So back to that lick that I explained. It's another nice thing because these chords are very, very gospely. So guys, when you come to the A chord, then you play A and then A again. Sorry, E and then A again. And this is also where I choose which strings to pick with my right hand, because you go to so I go here on the second fret. I'm playing fourth, third, and the second string, and on the seventh fret I'm going up, playing fifth, fourth, and a third. So also things that you can do, because this is it's a wonderful chord shape. I think I've heard it from Aputure, but that's also taken from Joseph Spence Caribbean music, and this is B minor, and then you got E7, A, and then D again. Just those four chords to play in. Another little thing from the scale. So when you learn these scales, you can fool around with the sorry. All right, there's a wonderful kind of way to go from this E chord to B to A, sorry. That's right. So if somebody would sing this song, they would definitely use this to accompany, like amazing grace, how sweet the sound that freed a wretch like me. Something like that. Good. So I think I've showed you many variations of the melody and a couple of interesting chords, chord shapes and stuff you can do in Open D. And my idea is to do this very same song next week, but in Open G now. And I'm sure it's going to be great, and it's going to make Patrick very happy, because I know Patrick Dunmar loves that. Open G. Let me see what I've missed in the chat. Oh, yeah. Thank you, David. It is really, I mean, this song is really, really made for slide. It's fantastic. A gear question. Are you using Rezo? As far as I know, David has an acoustic guitar Nice one, but no reso. No, that's right. No reso. Oh, if you want to get one, we need to talk. I'd like to help you and to find the best deal, and it's always best to try on the used market, because those guitars, when they're new, especially if you want to buy a national, they're too expensive. I mean, I love those guitars, they're great. I owned several of those, but vintage ones from the 30s and 40s. But then I just kind of sold everything when I got this little very simple Continental, but this is out of production now, so they don't make them anymore. But we can talk. We can talk. Oh, I missed Albert's arrival. Great to see you, Albert. Hi. Just getting back from a hospital PT visit. Physiotherapist, I guess. We'll have to check out David's live stream. Yeah, it was great today. It was wonderful. Okay, just in case, are you wondering, we have 10 of Max fans on, but only 6 likes. Okay, now I'm seeing here it's 9 likes, which is great. I appreciate that. Anyway, if you're not subscribed by now, just do it, please, which is also cool. Yeah, good. So I think we are ready to say have a great and happy, healthy rest of your day or evening. I'm off, and I really hope I will see you next week. It's going to be great. Amazing Grace with those open G chords and shapes and melody. It's going to be very different compared to the open D. I'm telling you that. So here's where you can follow me on the socials, and yeah, that's it. I just hope you're gonna play a little bit until next week, and then I'll see you then next Monday. Have a nice one, guys. Thank you for coming. Bye.
It was in spring, one sunny day. My sweetheart left me, Lord, she went away. Now she's gone, and I don't worry, but I'm sitting on top of the world. Things could call me up, down and out by soul. Said, come back, Daddy, Lord, I need you so. Now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Like my peaches, don't you shake my tree. Get out of my orchard, let my peaches be. Now she's gone, I don't worry, but I'm sitting on top of the world. away. One sunny day, my sweetheart left me. Now she went away. Now she's gone, and I don't worry. But I'm sitting on top of the world. Now she's gone, and I don't worry. But I'm sitting